Hey guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fashion Cosplay, and yes, we are finally doing Hunter x Hunter episode 74.
Finally!
Yeah.
Gosh!
You've been waiting for it for so long, and again, we are so sorry about that, guys.
Like, every time you guys would write something in the comments about when are you bringing back Hunter x Hunter, I'd be like, I want to say like now, but I can't because we're not ready yet. So I'd write the same thing over and over again. Like, quarantine stopped us from doing what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
There was a lot of postponing.
The sad thing is that when we put our mind to do something, we just wanted to do it so bad.
Yeah.
That we're gonna do it no matter what. Even if we have to wait for it.
We finally managed to get here. We are, in cosplay. I don't care how we look. Like, it's late, it's hot. We just did another thing before that, and I mean, I don't know, we're probably like super red and super weird and cringy, but I don't fucking care because I'm Kurapika right now. I'm badass as fuck, and I've got my chains. I think this is pretty cool. And you are pretty cool too, nemesis of mine.
Yeah.
We're not even in this episode, I'm sure of it, but I don't care. It's still a pretty intense episode that we have in front of us. Gon was fighting the bummer, and it's
Bumber.
The Bumber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't look like he's winning, but he has to put up a fight, a pretty good one. The other is like Bisky and Killua managed to.
They won their fight.
Yeah, they won. It was amazing.
Bisky, my goodness, girl.
Anyway, they were pretty awesome, and I'm pretty sure that Gon is going to provide this episode as well. So let's see how my friend and your enemy is doing.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Gon is my friend, technically.
Who's your enemy that is also Gon's enemy?
True.
You are just the enemy.
Yeah.
On the quest to find your power again.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait on my corner. Sorry, guys.
It's been so long, let's just jump in this episode and re-immerse ourselves in Hunter x Hunter.
Yep.
Let's go. I missed this so fucking much.
So long.
Oh, I messed up also at the beginning, but don't care.
Fight was crazy.
Was it just me or the song was disturbing as fuck?
The song was disturbing as fuck, and I can understand why he lost a freaking hand.
I forgot about.
What's his other hand?
For a sec, I forgot about Breath of Archangel being able to heal like everything. Like, even if it could heal anything, there was still like that question: would it regrow his hand? So I was kind of scared about that, and I'm like, that would be an interesting challenge for him to go through the rest of the show with only one hand. But nah, it came out okay.
I pretty sure that guys are laughing your ass off at home, saying, "Huh, you girls didn't see anything coming." Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't see anything. That was intense. Well, I'm pretty sure that the next fight will be pretty much more intense than that one.
This show is doing this, when it comes to fights. So far, like, my favorite arc so far has been the Kurapika arc. Obviously. But that's because Kurapika is my favorite character. I do think, though, that, like, the other arc was really dark. But this one, when it comes to training, learning stuff, and just the stakes, like, Phantom Troop was pretty badass and pretty terrifying. But I felt like, surprisingly enough, Kurapika was in control the whole time, So that was cool. Here, I feel like every important fight they've been in really had stakes that I questioned myself. Like, would they be capable of, fighting these guys and winning? And, Gon? God damn it, kid! Seriously!
This guy is insane.
He is insane.
He's insane in his selfishness. Seriously.
He has this need to prove himself that he's stronger, that he can beat these people. Like, it's one thing to, follow Kurapika's plan, Killua's plan and win, but for Gon, we know that already. It's not a true win unless he's capable of destroying the other guy with his own power, through his own means.
He wanted to let a hit on the guy,
yeah.
And to do so, he was willing to sacrifice one of his limbs just to prove a point that he was able to do it.
And it's, you know, right now all is well. Like he had the Breath of Archangel card, but what if in the future he faces another opponent that turns out to be really strong, like Hisoka, like another Bummer, like anyone that's stronger than these guys, and they prove to be a challenge, and it ignites Gon's need to just become stronger and to just prove himself, and he tries to bite more than he can chew. Like it's. So far, I've had, like, maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of animes that turn out really gory, really dramatic, and really, like, people keep losing in these shows. And so far, like, every single time I think that they're gonna lose, they end up winning, and I'm happily surprised, But it's setting up like, this show is not helping me because it's setting up so many opportunities for the main characters to eventually fail. I fear that they're trying to, make us used to them winning, and eventually they're gonna take that away from us. But we've been saying that Gon is selfish.
We just got a glimpse of what could happen in the future.
Well, I mean, without the Breath of Archangel card, no arm, man.
It did happen. No hand.
No hand. And, no, it was intense. And the Bummer was, like, already someone really terrifying by just his nature. Like, he was willing to kill people. Although I kind of agree with what Bisky was saying and what Kirua was saying, too. Like, people come to this game knowing that they could die. And this guy, he wasn't following the true way of playing the game. Like, he wanted to do this his way. And I'm pretty sure that if he acted like this in the game, he probably wasn't that different outside of it. Yeah. But the rules in this world are so different. Like, people like Kirua, who are assassins, can walk amongst the people and be accepted and considered friends, even though they're killers. Like, it's the hunter world. You hunt or you're hunted, So the Bummer, I think what frustrated Gon about this guy most was just that he completely refused to acknowledge the actual goal of this game, which was created by his dad, So there was a need to bring him down to the same level as the other players and stop him in this, because that's why he hated the guy so much, because he went he tried to win this game by completely ignoring what Gon's dad tried to teach everyone. So teach them basically what it is to feel the passion for hunting, to look for treasures and do things the right way. He kept stealing cards and killing players. But it's true that these players came to the game knowing that they could die.
True.
Which makes Kirua like not much better, if not worse, than these guys, because he's killing people for money in the real world. So.
Well, technically, he's hired by someone to kill somebody else.
For money.
That's a contract.
He was,
he's not killing them for the fun of it.
No, that's what it is, for money.
Just like when his dad and his granddad fight myself, Lolo and York knew, when their buyers was dead.
They stopped. Yeah, I know. That's why I said, it's for money. But in that case, wasn't the Bummer also killing people for the same thing? Because he was, like, he also had a personality that made me think that he enjoyed this, but,
I think he was mostly killing them for the fun of it, because he was scaring people off.
Well, yeah, but he was killing them to gain the cards.
Yeah.
And there's a prize at the end of this, so. This world is so different from ours, and morals, like, there's a lot of you guys, like, when we're discussing this show and we're kind of berating, Gon and Kirua for what they're doing sometimes, and we're like, seriously, you should think about the consequences and everything. And some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Like, they did this because they're friends, or they did this because they have no choice. And I'm like, I agree with you, but the only thing is, like, I agree with you in the concept of the show, because in the show, the rules are different. Killing someone in the show is a lot different than killing someone in real life,
Yeah.
I still, there is one thing I will stand by, though. Gon is selfish as fuck, and we saw it again, and he actually said it himself, that he was gonna be selfish this time once more. Last time he did that, Kirua ended up with his hands being all destroyed, so now it's Gon that lost something, but, which in my mind makes it better, because at least no one else suffered. But we see just to what level Gon is willing to go just to prove himself and win stuff. So when he sets his mind on something, gosh, can he turn crazy to reach that goal? It's a very dangerous personality.
People said that Gon is a sleeping beast, and when he awoke in his ren is I don't remember the teacher's name and the old the arena city. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry.
Mega-Nissan. The guy with the glasses.
Yeah. So when he helped Gon to awoke his ren, he said, "I awoke a beast," and I'm pretty sure that just Gon's will is a monster of its own.
That's why I was like,
his will.
That's why I was saying like the bummer when he's like, "Oh, it's not about beating him. I'm gonna crush his will." I'm like, "Oh, you were better saying you were just gonna beat him because
his
can't
will
crush
is
his will."
stronger than God himself.
Well, when he went against Hanzo in the first arc, he was beaten physically. It's his will that never got crushed. So,
yep.
And that's what keeps him, getting up. That's what brings him so much strength, I think, because he is willing to fight above and beyond and just transgress his limits every single time. And it's a fucking terrifying. His favorite attack, like his punch, gosh, it looks more powerful every time he uses it.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of...
Each time he's fighting, each time he's training, he's becoming more and more stronger. So yeah, it will.
And speaking of stronger and just winning and stuff like that, Kirua's plan was genius, by the way. Yeah, just make sure that the bomber could not use, like, first of all, his attack, second of all, just could not defend himself, and just punch him in the fucking gut, like, yeah, this close.
Yep.
Genius. That's like, the entire thing was amazing. I'm really glad that Gon went with the plan in the end. Like, he had his moment of selfishness, but he did follow the plan, so at least we got to see what Kirua had in mind.
At least.
At least. And I also, like, I feel like when you're working in a team, you should allow the others to, think about how to win sometimes. Like, it's not just about you. Gon likes to make it about himself a lot, but I like that he has enough sense, to back down a little bit. Like, he was selfish for a moment. He wanted to prove himself that he could do this, that he could lend a punch and stuff. But then after that, when he managed to prove himself, he kind of backed down a little bit and went like, you know what? I'm good now. It's Kirua's time to shine. So let's follow the plan. Good teamwork.
Alright. So thank you guys for tuning in with us. Finally, we've done the mid-series.
Yeah.
It was just as amazing as I expected it was supposed to be.
So intense, so badass. It's so easy to fall back in these shows.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's really been a while, but we're still like just as excited as we were before. Being in cosplay helps too, because I get to do these things.
It sure helps. Yeah, it sure helps.
We get to be badass too and freak out over the show. So, yeah, I'm so ready to see what the questions are going to be about and what the quiz is going to be, and see if they win that card. Woo! Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is already on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, or if not, with the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be soon.
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 Bye!
Bye guys.